Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back.
Is there a smartphone that lets you game nonstop all day and makes power banks feel completely unnecessary? Honor believes they've cracked it with the brand new Honor Win series. This gaming-focused flagship is the first to feature a mass-produced 10,000 mAh battery sourced from Qinghai Lake, and its mission is simple: erase battery anxiety for good. The Honor Win series builds on the success of the Honor GT line with a full-scale upgrade, continuing Honor's dual flagship strategy. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. The key differences between the models come down to the processor, wireless charging, and telephoto support. With several major breakthroughs packed in, this phone is clearly aiming for the crown as the year's top gaming device. To really understand what it can do, we're breaking things down across three core areas, starting with battery life and gaming performance. In the initial 5-hour battery endurance test, both the Honor Win and the Honor Win RT used only 30% of their battery, leaving a massive 70% still in the tank. To put that into perspective, many phones from just 2 or 3 years ago would already be dead or shutting down after 5 hours of normal use. Switching from an older device to this feels incredibly reassuring, like battery anxiety just disappears. Next comes the Battery Life 5.0 stress test, starting with the Honor Win. With 70% battery remaining, it ran Genshin Impact and StarCraft for 1 hour each at 60 FPS with custom settings pushed to the maximum. After that, it played PUBG Mobile for an hour at smooth graphics and 144 FPS, followed by Ming Dynasty for another hour at 60 FPS with maxed custom settings. It then looped back to Genshin Impact and lasted another full hour before finishing with 15 more minutes of StarCraft. When you combine this with the earlier 5-hour endurance test, the phone lasted a staggering 10 hours and 15 minutes before finally powering off. Honor's official slogan for the Win is "working to the top, testing until numb." But for our testers, it felt more like working overtime to the top, testing until completely numb. The Honor Win RT also crossed the 10-hour mark with ease. The only difference was that it lasted 8 minutes less in the second StarCraft cycle, reaching a total of 10 hours and 7 minutes, which is still extremely impressive. Unsurprisingly, these two phones claimed the top 2 spots in the battery endurance rankings, firmly establishing themselves as endurance kings among flagship devices. Of course, a huge battery only matters if charging doesn't take forever, and this is another area where the Honor Win series delivers. Both phones pack a massive 10,000 mAh battery with an energy density of 910 watt-hours per liter while supporting up to 100 watts charging. In real-world testing, the Honor Win RT took exactly 1 hour to fully charge, while the Honor Win finished slightly faster at 57 minutes. Ignoring energy loss, that works out to average charging speeds of about 166.6 mAh and 175.4 mAh per minute. That's far from slow, especially when you consider that some phones with 7,000 or 8,000 mAh batteries still need over 50 minutes to fully charge. This speed comes from maintaining high charging power for a longer period, which does cause the phone's body temperature to rise slightly, hovering around 45 degrees Celsius. You can feel it, but when you factor in the incredible battery life, it's a trade-off most people will gladly accept. Even with heavy use, charging once a day is more than enough. Beyond battery dominance, delivering a true high-end gaming experience is another major goal of the Honor Win series. At its core is the 5th generation Snapdragon 8 Ultra mobile platform, built on TSMC's advanced N3P process. It uses the latest 3rd generation custom core architecture with a dual-core design and clock speeds reaching up to 4.6 GHz. Pair that with LPDDR5X high-end memory and UFS 4.1 storage, and you get a seriously powerful performance combo. While other brands may use similar hardware, Honor sets the Win apart with 2 esports-level features, the Dongfeng Turbo cooling system and the latest Phantom Engine 3.0. Let's start with cooling. Honor has smartly integrated the cooling fan directly into the camera module, which also houses the chip. This reduces airflow loss and improves cooling efficiency. The fan itself is currently the smallest and fastest in the industry, while also offering the largest air intake area. Air is pulled in through a ring-shaped opening and exhausted from the bottom of the camera module. Since the Win RT doesn't include a telephoto lens, its air intake openings can be even larger, theoretically allowing for faster heat dissipation. The design also minimizes hand blockage and avoids blowing hot air directly onto your fingers. The result is an active cooling solution that's well integrated, visually clean, and comfortable to use. What do you think about this design? Let us know in the comments. The second key feature is Honor's Phantom Engine 3.0. This system uses Honor's self-developed multi-threaded shader compilation technology to dramatically speed up game startup times. Anyone who's downloaded Genshin Impact or updated it knows how long shader compilation can take. On the Honor Win, that process is accelerated through multi-threading, and real-world testing shows loading times that are far faster than on competing devices. But faster loading is just a bonus. The real strength of Phantom Engine 3.0 is its use of AI to predict and optimize rendering in real time, reducing stutter and delivering more stable frame rates and smoother touch response. With ads skipped, we went straight into testing by activating the strongest turbo cooling mode. First, we tested a high rank match in Honor of Kings at 120 FPS with the highest graphic settings. The frame rate stayed rock solid throughout. Under this relatively low load, average power consumption was just 3.45 watts, which is impressively efficient. Next, we moved to a more demanding Genshin Impact scenario, exploring and fighting monsters in Nada's map for half an hour. Due to limited optimization, the rendering resolution was slightly lower at 872p, but the average frame rate still hit 60.28 FPS. Maximum body temperature stayed around 40 degrees Celsius, and severe frame jitter was recorded at just 1. All of this shows that the Honor Win still has plenty of performance headroom and can easily handle even higher rendering demands like the extremely intensive Star Iron, and it proves it. At very high settings with a 980p resolution, the average frame rate stayed near full, while average power consumption sat at around 6 watts. That's among the best results you'll find on Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 devices. Since this phone comes with a massive 185Hz display, it only made sense to push it with games that can actually run at full frame rates. The Royal Win series not only supports PUBG Mobile at its native 165Hz, but it can even push up to 185Hz using frame interpolation. Right now, games that officially support native 185Hz include CrossFire and Rhythm Master, both of which I play quite often, so that's a huge plus for me. For testing, we picked CrossFire, a pretty demanding title, as our benchmark. With all settings maxed out, the frame rate graph was basically a straight line with just one instance of severe jitter. In other words, it was rock solid. Average power consumption sat at just 4.1 watts, which shows that, at least for now, CrossFire really isn't a challenge for the Royal Win. We're also hoping more FPS games will unlock native 185Hz support soon to fully take advantage of this display. Given the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, turbo cooling, and Phantom Engine combo, these results almost feel expected. So we decided to crank things up. Using the same graphic settings, we ran a 2-hour continuous StarCraft test. As expected, the average power draw increased to 6.27 watts, and the hottest point on the phone reached 45 degrees Celsius. Even so, the average frame rate stayed at 59.633, which clearly proves that the Royal Win can maintain strong performance even under long-term heavy load. Our testers' hands were tired from pressing buttons non-stop, but the phone itself showed no signs of giving up. Now, a few words about the actual gaming experience. A 185Hz refresh rate is higher than what most monitors offer. The human eye is extremely sensitive to smoothness. If you're used to 165Hz, dropping down to 120Hz can already feel noticeably less fluid. The same logic applies when moving from 144Hz or 165Hz up to 185Hz. In competitive games, higher refresh rates mean more frequent image updates, making it easier to spot enemy movements. For a casual player like me, it's a clear upgrade in feel, but for esports players, that tiny split-second advantage could genuinely decide a match. Beyond the refresh rate, the Royal Win's display quality is also excellent. It features a 6.83-inch LTPS flat panel with a 1272 by 2800 resolution and a global minimum refresh rate of 1 nit. Touch response is equally impressive with a 480Hz touch sampling rate and an industry-leading 3500Hz real-time touch sampling rate, at least on paper. The Honor Win RT uses the exact same display. Following standard lab testing procedures, the results were strong across the board. Manual maximum brightness reached 841 nits. Brightness uniformity hit 95.68%, and global activation brightness was close to 2000 nits. At 1% APL, brightness peaked at an impressive 571 nits, and even at 20% APL, it still managed 453 nits, which is a clear advantage. The default color temperature comes in at 7539K, giving the screen a cooler tone that matches the viewing preferences of most Asian users. Color temperature uniformity is excellent at 98.03%, 90%, effectively eliminating uneven warm or cool areas across the panel. Color accuracy performs best in standard mode, with a delta E of 1.48 in the P3 color gamut. The blue light peak is at 461 nanometers, which falls outside the commonly recognized harmful range. Average SVM measures at 0.31, an outstanding result. When it comes to dimming at a 185 Hz refresh rate, the display supports ultra-high frequency PWM dimming up to 5920 Hz. Because this dimming frequency is so high, each bright and dark cycle is extremely short, making the black bars very narrow. In general, the narrower the black bars, the less noticeable flicker becomes to the naked eye, which helps reduce eye strain and fatigue during long sessions. On top of that, the Honor Win series also includes Round Shift 2.0 technology and a full suite of eye protection features. Honor has long been known for its focus on eye care, and in real use, it does help reduce fatigue during extended screen time. That said, it's still worth remembering that if your eyes feel tired, the best solution is always to put the phone down and take a break. Moving on to design, the Honor Win series comes in 3 color options: Fast Gameplay, Guaranteed Win, and Fearless Blue. While the names might sound a bit straightforward, the actual colors are refined and visually appealing. The matte back panel paired with a frosted frame does a great job of hiding fingerprints. The rear camera module has been redesigned into a large horizontal matrix, and the curves of its 2 ends align nicely with the frame, giving the phone a balanced and comfortable look. In terms of cameras, the Honor Win is equipped with a 1.56-inch 50-megapixel LYT-700 main sensor with optical image stabilization. The Honor Win RT also features a 50-megapixel main camera along with a 70mm telephoto lens with OIS and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera. Aside from the missing telephoto lens on one model, the rest of the camera setup remains the same. Both phones use symmetrical dual 12-116 speakers with a sealed design and support IP68 and IP69 protection. Wireless charging is included as well, with the Honor Win supporting 80 watts while the Win RT does not. Other than the processor differences, the two devices are nearly identical. As for pricing, the base version of the Honor Win starts in China at 3,999 yuan, which is roughly 424 pounds in the UK and about 572 US dollars. So the big question is this: does the Honor Win series really deserve a new name this time? Is its overall strength enough to call it the top gaming phone of the year? Personally, I see it as a gaming-focused device rebuilt from the ground up around heavy mobile gaming scenarios, delivering a completely new experience. With a native 185 Hz display, a massive 10,000 mAh battery, Honor's Dongfeng Turbo cooling system, and 5920 Hz ultra-high frequency PWM dimming, there's truly nothing else like it on the market right now. If these features directly solve your biggest pain points, then yes, this absolutely qualifies as the gaming phone of the year and is well worth buying. That wraps up this video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to follow, like, favorite, and share. See you next time.